Hi, I'm Dr. Cindy.
I'm Dr. Cody.
And we're the doctors behind Fertility for Two, a program that helps couples get pregnant. We're here to talk openly and honestly about fertility and the process of trying to conceive. So today we're talking about a topic that eventually couples who have been trying to conceive for a while quietly kind of wonder, and that is, are we doing it on the right day? Because it's not happening.
If you're watching this channel, you're probably in this group.
Yeah.
You start questioning yourself. The self-doubts come in. We're doing it on the right day. What about this? What about that? It just builds up. So in today's video, we're going to focus on the optimal timing for conception.
Many people might be surprised to know that there are only 5 days in the month where a conception is possible, and that is called the fertile window. That's determined by how long sperm can live for inside the vagina and how long the egg is viable for after ovulation. So sperm can live up to 5 days in a woman's body after ejaculation, and an egg is viable for anywhere from 12 to 36 hours after ovulation.
Along with that, many studies have found that the highest probability of conception falls within around 24 hours of ovulation, which brings up the next question. How do you find the fertility window?
Great question. So the fertile window is 5 days, like I said, and the end of the fertile window is once ovulation has been confirmed. And ovulation is something that we can either predict or confirm that it has occurred. If I had a magic wand and I would just wave it in the air, all the women would know exactly when they ovulate, but that's not the case. So in order to predict it, there are two ways. One is by tracking cervical mucus, and two is using an LH urine stick. So let's talk about the LH urine stick first. We can test the urine for the presence of luteinizing hormone. Once the test strikes positive, that tells us that the body is in an LH surge, and that means that we're about to ovulate in a day or two. The other way is by tracking cervical mucus, which changes texture and consistency throughout the month. So it goes from dry to creamy to sticky, and then eventually it takes on raw egg white consistency. So just imagine cracking an egg, the egg white part, that is your most fertile cervical mucus, and that signifies that in about a day or two, you're going to ovulate. And so that tells you you're towards the end of the fertile window, and then you can confirm ovulation with basal body temperature or another test called PDG, and that's a urine test. This is helpful for couples who have been trying to know how long your fertile window is by tracking. So if you know when you ovulate consistently around like day 14 or 16 of the menstrual cycle, then you just calculate 5 days before that, and that's your fertile window.
Okay. So to summarize, wrap up, there's two ways to really gauge whether you're ovulating or you're close to.
Yeah.
LH is a stick that you pee on.
Yes.
And then tracking your cervical mucus, that gives you a good idea as to when you're ovulating.
Yes.
And then two, to confirm that this has happened, it's basal body temperature, and what was the other one?
PDG urine stick.
Okay. And together that will give you an optimal way to track your fertility window.
Yes. Once you have confirmed ovulation, that's the end of your fertile window. It's more helpful to predict when ovulation is coming than to confirm that it has happened, because once it has happened, it's a little too late to conceive. So that's just more information for the next month, right? All of this, though, is based on a cycle that is regular. If you have irregular cycles, or if you're not even sure if you're ovulating, then we have to have a different conversation. And so that's how you determine your fertile window.
So in regards to frequency during the fertility window, is there a way to fine-tune and optimize conception rates?
Yeah, that's a great question that many people ask. A lot of people feel so much pressure around this, like, oh my gosh, it's happening. I'm ovulating. The LH is positive. We have to do it right now.
And we see this all the time in the movies, right?
Yeah.
Somebody pees on a stick and then it's go time.
Yeah. And so everybody's just like, okay, cancel everything, clear a calendar. And it's not really that. So once you know what your fertile window is, best practice would be to have intimacy every other day so that sperm is already present once the egg is ovulated.
And to springboard off of that idea, the frequency of every other day within the fertility window, it just reduces the pressure. It reduces anxiety, and it's just a more enjoyable process.
Yeah.
Unless you like to get down every other day, and then by all means, you do you. So if you found this video helpful, subscribe to this channel where we talk about health and fertility. And if you would like to work with us directly, click the link in the description.
Yes. And from our family to yours, have a fertile day.